So, her. Well, all right. Well, all right now.
Okay.
It's showtime.
Yes, it is.
All right, ladies, these lovely ladies, you are tuned in to Pillow Politics, and we have a good show ready for you tonight, so you can sit down. I don't know what you're going to do, sit on your sofa, your pillow, whatever you want to do. Get popcorn. What do people do? Do they drink?
Some
You
may
thinking
drink.
about it? Gonna,
Hey, that's okay. Do whatever.
That's
whatever, I don't know what you drink.
Don't
You
drive,
do you.
but you can-
You do you.
This
Okay.
is pillow politics, so hey, this is the news you hear right before you go to sleep.
That's
Boone's
right.
phone. That's old school.
Absolutely.
Well, whatever you, we'll Pillow Politics, and I'm Attorney Roy Miller.
I'm Linda Miller, and always in rare turn.
And I'm Stacy Jenkins. And don't forget to email us at pillowpolitics@gmail.com and check out our new Instagram page. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel right now.
All
That's,
right.
that's good. That's the information that people need to know.
Stacy, that was a mouthful.
Yes, it was.
You took care of the job.
Yes.
Well, that was nice. That was nice.
Okay, Ron, let's get
Okay,
into it.
let's get
What we
into
talking
it.
about
I don't
tonight?
need our wait anymore.
Let's
I
get
won't,
to
I
it.
won't
Let's-
delay. I won't give another second.
Okay, I'm ready.
Maybe a couple of seconds. Okay, DoorDash driver gets fired, confronts the client at her office for allegedly reporting her order undelivered. Now I'm looking at Newsweek, an article by Shira L. Bartow, July 28, 2022, says a DoorDash driver recorded himself confronting a customer who schemed for a free lunch allegedly cost him his job.
Oh, wow.
Although the company, company disputed the history. That's a bad thing.
That's awful. That's like shoplifting. That's like going into
Yeah.
a store,
Yeah.
walking out without.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you order something, they bring it to
Right.
you,
Mm-hmm.
and you eat it. You probably sit down and get a jelly jar full of whatever you drink in it, lemonade or whatever.
Did she try to make it right?
Oh no, he had to come, and you know what? She probably didn't tip him, but he dropped off the food to her. And these DoorDash drivers, Uber Eats, they take a lot of their own gas money. Gas is so high right now.
It is.
And then they gotta cover their insurance for the car. Then they might have a car payment, and then they gotta pick up your food from wherever it's at, transport it to you where you are at, helping you out because you're taking time away from leaving your job. The least you could do is pay for your food.
Okay,
That's
so
sad. Isn't that
did
sad?
she offer? I'm just wondering. Did she offer an apology?
No, she called in and complained about him so that she can get the food for free.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Just so that it wouldn't, I guess, I'm thinking that you pay for it on your card.
Right.
They deliver it. She must have called to say, take this off of my card. I never received it. I'm
Right.
guessing it seems like that now. He was cussing mad.
I mean, I can understand that he would be upset. He did his job.
Absolutely.
And he lost his job.
I'm
fired
saying
him.
he did his job by
Yeah.
delivering the food
Yeah.
to her what she wanted. I'm sure she sat up and ate it and burped and all that. That goes with enjoying a good meal, and to treat him like that.
Yeah. And then he came back, which I'm glad he did,
I am
with his
too.
phone, and he recorded the conversation because he went and looked for her manager. So you're gonna call my manager?
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
coming to look for your
So
manager.
what took place? Did they ever say?
So he went back to the location where he dropped the food off, and he confronted her in front of all of her employees.
Good.
And he said, well, where's the manager at? And when the manager arrived, he explained to the manager that your employee got me fired. They said, and then she couldn't deny it. She couldn't deny that she didn't do something illegal.
Isn't that something? Because I didn't hear her deny it at all.
That is so bad. What she just did was show the people, her co-workers,
Yeah.
her character.
Absolutely.
Dishonest.
And that's why they fired her.
They should,
Well,
good.
you heard me
Yes,
use an
I-
old, you heard me use an old term, roguish.
Yeah.
You don't hear that, ladies,
Yeah,
you
roguish.
may be using that more and more.
Yeah.
And you know, how many times did she try doing this? I
Oh,
mean, because
that's a good
usually
question.
when a person can do things so smoothly,
That's right.
it has been done
Well,
That's right.
by that person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But she used
so
it
glad
one
that
time too many.
she
Yeah.
sure did. Who wants somebody that would do something like that?
Yeah.
That is definite.
You know, I don't know if she knew that he would lose his job. You know, but
It was
you know,
wrong.
but it was wrong. Don't do that.
wrong.
You know, I say to people out there, don't do that
No.
because a lot of people are struggling to make
That's
it,
right.
to make ends meet, and minimum wage means an awful lot to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And you see what she lost. Not only did she get a strike against her reputation as a show the type of person that she really
Oh,
is
gosh,
and the things
yeah.
that she would do, she lost her job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it may
Her
be
own
hard.
livelihood.
It may be hard for her to get another job.
It is. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be very
And
hard.
also, she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
She has to be embarrassed because she's going to be popular now.
Mhm. So I hope it was good. I hope it was delicious.
I hope so. I hope she ate it and went to sleep. I hope Iris came after she ate it and she took a nap and enjoyed it.
I hope so too.
I hope so
because-
too. She paid a big price for
Oh,
it.
yeah, yep. Looking at an 11 Live Atlanta news story from August the 9th, 2022.
Okay.
It tells of Athens Clarke County Commissioners voted Tuesday it was Tuesday then, to adopt a new ordinance that hopes to decriminalize marijuana in the county. As part of this new ordinance, the penalty for possession of marijuana amounts that are less than 1 ounce will be a citation and a $35 fine. Now, commissioners initially voted for a $1 fine, but had to raise it citing tax reasons. What do you think it was all about?
I think that's a good thing. I mean, people are going to do it anyway, so there must be some penalty or something involved in it.
And you know, what I'm thinking also is that a lot of parents are saying, look, we spend a lot of money
It's a
for our
book of
kids to
poems
come
and
down.
things to consider. Roy talks about the needed and necessary appreciation in romantic relationships and marriages across society. This book educates on race relations and encourages patience and love between the races. His poetry and things to consider encourage good morals for youth. There are many ways to reach the hearts of people. Attorney Miller chooses to use poetry to get past the walls that keep people separated. You will see for yourself that this book reaches the heart. Reaching the heart is how we change people, especially youth. So get your copy today, The Story of a Dreamer by attorney Roy Miller. Available now at Barnes & Noble and on Amazon.
With my child's record, and he or she are getting a degree.
Yeah.
He or she is getting a degree, and here you are putting, marijuana charge on
Yeah.
there. We don't take marijuana too serious. I'm thinking that what the parents were
Probably
saying.
so.
But I just got a feeling that that's what that was all about.
Yeah. And I can see the parents' side. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So,
And I can also see with that campus being so large in Athens. I used to live in
Yeah.
Athens. Athens is awesome. Never been to Athens, Georgia. Gotta go. But that, it's such a large student body there, and it's a great
You're right.
music
it is great
city,
music.
and so
B-52s, yeah.
B-52s, yeah, and REM.
Yeah,
is from
no
there.
doubt about it.
And so you've got a lot of people hustling, bustling in this city, but Athens is like the smallest city in the state of Georgia, and they have such a small police body
Landline,
too.
yeah.
So can you imagine adding on so many
yeah.
different charges for marijuana on top of the other management of crime? Oh gosh.
I'll tell you what. I can imagine right now. I could be wrong now. I'm not going to guarantee you this. A lot of people have potato chips.
What you mean?
Okay.
They're smoking that marijuana. That gets you hungry. They're probably snacking. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just throwing that in.
They said that you know, I just watched a video
Okay.
from an herbalist.
Okay.
He's a very well-known herbalist. I can't think of his name right now, but I will put it in the information bar at the bottom. But he said that actually, I'm going to get a lot of people upset right now.
Oh,
No, you
He
won't.
said that
well, nothing.
he said that actually everyone, if you are smoking marijuana, you're actually taking marijuana the wrong way. Marijuana, according to him, was never to be inhaled like smoke.
Okay.
It was only to be drunk as tea and ingested like food.
Okay.
Oh, wow. See,
You don't go into your lungs.
Yeah.
you just educated, so they
I
can't be
thought that
upset
was an
over
interesting.
It is
Well,
interesting.
yeah.
Well,
So,
right about now,
you
as
can
in
make
Georgia,
Mhm.
you probably go there and get a contact just by riding through.
Yeah.
Go to your favorite restaurant and let me
Oh,
have
yeah.
let me have some tea, please. Marijuana
Some Mary
tea.
Jane tea.
Yeah. Well,
And if you're old and having a lot of pains and stuff like that, arthritis and stuff like that, I don't see anything wrong with that.
well,
For-
yeah.
Either.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know, I'm just saying, some people are in so much pain.
Yeah, and you know, I've never used marijuana before, but
I haven't either.
yeah, but I've
Neither
used
have I.
CBD
Mhm.
gummies and
Right.
CBD oil, where you can add it to your water, and it's a great. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and do this, but I'm just saying, you know, there's other ways of taking advantage of hemp
Yeah.
besides.
Get you roll up, just like a cigar, and just get a.
No, don't listen.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
When are we
It's
ever
your bag of
gonna
potato
be-
chips.
Do y'all think that Georgia is ever going to pass a marijuana?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. A lot of people probably feel like it should be passed,
Yeah.
and like it should have been passed, but you're not going to find many people just
Yeah.
being honest about speaking.
Yeah.
Oh,
speaking
yeah,
out
man.
about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
eventually it will be passed.
We had a former representative. He owns a couple of retail
Mhm.
restaurants here and a couple places here in Macon locally. He came really close on trying to get marijuana used, like you said, medically
Mm-hmm.
before for patients to
Mhm.
manage pain. And there was a little girl that was like a poster child for it.
Mhm.
But do you know they still knocked it down in the state of
Mhm.
Georgia?
Yeah, you're right. They did.
Yeah.
I can remember that.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice in Clark County, they said that there's still even $35 isn't much of a fine, and they wanted $1,
Mhm.
but they still had to show that it was wrong. Otherwise, you'll probably have a lot of people saying, look, I went to jail for this. I
Yeah.
served time for this. This is on my record. You need
Right.
to clean this off of my record.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So it's still like it's wrong, even though the penalty is like not a serious penalty.
Right.
Yeah.
It won't look as bad.
But,
on your
but it was
record.
necessary for
Right.
them to add a penalty rather
Right.
than to say it's okay.
Mhm.
Because I assure you that there are probably people even now, how does it feel when you've been on probation for the last 7 years
Yeah, that's
dealing
true.
with marijuana, and all of a sudden now,
That's not
you know,
good.
you just got a $35 fine.
Yeah.
So we'll see, and we'll see if other counties copy what Athens, Georgia, and
You know,
Clark County.
We
did.
learn
Yeah.
as we grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let us know in the comment section what you think. Has your state already passed certain marijuana laws, or have they not? And what is your take on it? Are you for it? Or some people are not for it. Some people feel like, you know what, it's a substance just like any other drug that's illegal. So let's find out what you guys think.
Do your research,
Yeah.
people, and you will find that
Yeah.
it does have its benefits
Mhm.
for,
Yeah.
for people that's
Yeah.
really sick and
Right.
that really needs some
Absolutely.
type of,
Mhm.
No doubt about it. Very good, very good. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Pillow Politics. And when you search for us on YouTube, you may want to put Pillow Politics and either put maybe Roy or Linda or Stacy there, so to pull it right up. Because if you just put Pillow Politics in, for some reason, the top search results will be the Pillow Man.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
And we don't sell pillows, but we can sell. No, we don't sell pillows. No, That may be something
We
later on.
are the last
No, we
news
won't.
that you hear before you hit the pillow.
That's right, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't want to miss what you need to be hearing.
Yeah.
Put your head on my.
Okay,
Wait a
right.
minute. No.
That's wrong.
Okay, I'm giving the wrong lyrics.
You know about the young man that is charged, I think they charged him with murder when he hit the 67-year update of that?
No, I did. I read that article that you were talking about. Yeah. They charged him. That's all I know. And that's something that we really got to come back.
Yeah, we gotta
We
come
have
back.
to- we really have to
We gotta look at
discuss.
that. That's a new story, but
Yeah.
Right,
but it appears that from what I could see was that he kind of like blindsided him, and he the guy didn't even know he was about to hit him.
You can't help but wonder what led up to it. What did the
I
guy
want to
say
think that
to
the
him?
man was about 66. I could be wrong, somewhere around there that he
Oh,
hit,
wow.
and the young guy was a young guy,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and what would make him come from behind the counter
And hit him.
and yell and sucker punch? I
There's
don't
just
know.
been some violence at these fast food restaurants. We got to do a whole series
That's
about it.
Robots will take a lot of people's
I
jobs.
can't wait.
I'm telling you, I'm
can't
telling
wait.
you.
Because robots don't hit people.
Nope.
No, they don't.
They don't call in late.
They don't.
They don't fuss with you when they
And
about your order when
don't
you-
worry about
they
benefits.
put the wrong thing in your
Yeah.
bag.
They don't need benefits.
Yeah, so
No.
so I think that professionalism gotta come to restaurants and whatever job, young people especially, whatever job you do it good.
That's right.
Do it right, because especially the customer, they just wanna give you business. Or the people
Now
that you
you
work
got
for.
some
business.
difficult customers now, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah,
on
that's
our
what
next
Right.
yeah,
series.
we'll go
We'll
into
cover
details.
both sides, we'll cover both
Yes,
sides.
we will.
I just want to talk about one more thing before we
Okay.
end this.
Okay.
Looking at Wink Doppler news writer Joy Pellegrino from August 15, 2022, dealing with a shortage of teachers in Florida. Okay, it says, state officials hope that temporarily certifying veterans to teach will be a solution. Now, starting July 1st, Florida began issuing 5-year temporary certificates for military veterans who have not yet earned their bachelor's degrees and meet the following eligibility.
Okay.
And one is a minimum of 48 months of active duty military service with honorable/medical discharge. The next, minimum of 60 college credits with a 2.5 grade point average. And then finally, a passing score on a Florida subject area examination for bachelor's level subject, which demonstrates mastery of subject area knowledge. You know, this kind of concerns me because I'm thinking that some people may get a lot of those college credits from experience. And it's going to open the door, you know, for a lot of people that never had any desire to go into education.
Wow.
But now for financial opportunity.
Yeah.
And that's been a concern, that we need teachers that love what they're doing.
Absolutely.
They gotta love children.
Yeah. And to have a concentration on the subject matter. You know, even though this is it's a great alternative, temporary alternative solution.
Temporary,
I don't
yeah.
even think it should be for 5
No.
years. I think that they should make them more of a support staff.
Yeah.
But to make them full teachers, I'm on the fence about that, because when you're talking about testing and having to pass standardized testing, for instance, math and science
Yeah.
and language arts, you have to have a concentration. You know, most teachers,
Right. You're
they
absolutely
study
right.
from year 1 to year 4 language arts.
That's right.
See,
You know?
they wouldn't do this with doctors.
Absolutely not.
You couldn't bring a witch doctor in.
No.
The hospital.
I think
Even if
that.
They
they're
wouldn't do
veteran.
that with doctors, even if they're veterans.
Right.
So, you know,
See,
you know,
I think
they're
this would be open the doors to other problems from this if they
Yeah.
use this, use this method. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but it's just not fair to the students.
It's not.
it's not giving them the same thing that they're going to get from the private
Right.
schools.
Right.
You know, they lowered the bar, and the private schools will have an advantage when they go into colleges.
Absolutely.
And for competing for jobs, all of that. They're
Yeah.
going to have an advantage because they had people who went to college for exactly what they were teaching.
Right.
And that was their career. They chose that as their
Yeah.
career. So I don't think public school students are going to get the same quality service that would be received at private schools.
Now, this is a great opportunity if teaching was not your first choice,
That's right.
but then you discovered that being having a 4-year degree and you worked in your first profession, that hey, I think I want to move over to education and that is going to be my love. That's great. But at least gaining the 4 years, you've already removed some of the requirements that you need for like the basic education. Then from there, you can just worry about the pedagogy side of it. Just,
Right,
you know,
right.
being an educator. But when you're trying to still finish,
My concern
That's-
is that, like when you get a car repair,
Yeah.
you find that all the mechanics are certified. That makes a difference from some
Yeah.
of them working towards being certified. If you're choosing between shop A or B, and I see that with the public schools and private schools.
Right.
Private schools have all certified people, and you know, so as an employer or a college, I think they'll be looking at it if they have to choose between
yeah, that's
people
true
coming
too.
from one public school and from a private school.
Yeah.
And I really think that there need to be a better solution than that, because all youth need to have equal opportunity
That's right.
Yeah.
to succeed.
Yeah.
That's right.
And our society is advancing, so I wonder, are they hiring these teachers primarily in all the subjects, or is it like are they hiring for math and science? Because math and science technology is really taking over most of our,
Absolutely.
And what do they do about liability?
You know,
yeah.
What do they do about liability? They waive liability because these are not trained teachers.
that's
Right.
right. That's right. And they don't mention any type of a special workshop or something that they have to prepare. They don't mention that, do they?
Yeah, no, it's just ongoing, I think. It's ongoing training
I mean, if they,
on top of you earning your 4-year.
It's so similar to apprenticeship.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but I will say this, during the days of Black Wall Street, that is what made them, Black Wall Street, so successful. People were teaching their children and,
Right,
and nephews and stuff, you know, how to do what they
Right,
did.
right.
And that was enough until regulations came in and changed things to say, you can't do this. You can't, unless you have a license or certification.
Gotcha.
So maybe they're moving towards acknowledging the power of apprenticeship, and but I'll tell you, one thing leads to another.
Or maybe perhaps some type of civic class, you know?
Yeah, I can see some support classes.
Yeah,
you
something
know,
like that,
Civic,
you know,
especially
but-
if they're going to come in as a veteran. Civic, ROTC.
Right, right,
Some of the
right.
Electives.
Right, I can see that.
Yeah.
But not in the way that they want to use them in that, you know.
And they have
math
to
and
sit for
English
standardized testing.
Yeah, that's.
That's setting the student up.
I don't think it's fair to the children.
You know what it concerns me is whether or not that's a message to say we have no confidence in the young people who come in wanting to teach, because I'll be perfectly honest, sometimes young people want to come in and be wilder than the students, and you know, so many times I tell people, don't be putting everything on social media. Many times teachers put pictures on social media that are really inappropriate
So you think that maybe they may be
for their
looking,
students to see.
looking for someone that's more mature?
That may be. Veterans are very responsible people usually.
Oh, absolutely.
And
yeah.
are
I
very
appreciate
smart
our
people.
veterans. Yeah.
Very smart, very
Make the
wise
ultimate
people.
sacrifice.
And,
Yeah.
and you know, make good sound decisions.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
You know, my only thing
From
is
that.
this, I'm not, please don't think that I'm saying like the veterans are not qualified to rise to the occasion. I just think that what really is a problem for me is that the state of Florida is not addressing an even bigger issue, and that's how they don't appreciate or they undervalue their already certified teachers that did make that their first choice. You don't want to increase their pay. You don't want to give them the correct administrative support so that if they have disciplinarian problems with their students, that they have a real supportive staff and school board that's going to stand behind them so that they can come into the classroom and do what they are being paid to do, and that's teach, not babysit.
That's right.
Not to be a correctional officer all day long.
That's right.
And then give these teachers a salary that they don't have to work 3 and 4 jobs and sell jewelry on the side or sell makeup on the side to support their income. Our students, that should be one of the most highest paid jobs
It
in our
should be.
society.
Yeah.
It
you know?
should be, you're right.
But
I mean,
they want to
yeah.
brush over it and say, well, hey, we'll supplement it with this.
Yes, it's all unfortunate, and you're right, teachers are heroes.
They
Yeah.
are.
And I want to get back to the days that students love teachers. Like when I was in school, we brought gifts for Christmas,
Yeah.
and we just loved teachers.
You
And-
loved your teacher.
And
Even if they were mean.
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you, and I'm telling you the truth, I got a couple of paddles. Would you
Oh,
believe
me
that?
too.
I did too.
All right.
All right.
I did too.
But we loved our teachers. But we loved, and you know, and I felt so bad when the teacher said, Leroy, well, I shouldn't tell you my, Roy, I'm sorry, Roy. Roy, I'm so disappointed. I didn't know you would do that. Then they'll give me that.
Ooh.
Well, it was more like, I know your mama.
Oh yeah, I was in trouble.
That's the worst.
That was worse.
How did the word get to my home before I could get home? Before I could get there, my mom or dad would be standing on the porch waiting for me. And I'm trying to figure out, wait a minute, I ran ahead of everybody else when the bell rang to try to be,
Ooh, that's awful.
you know.
I took
But,
my time. I took my time. I
Yeah.
was waiting.
Yeah, so, but, you know, but here it is, and, you know, we're trying to keep the education not only honest, but helping our children, putting our children
Oh, yeah.
first. But I'm just concerned about private schools doing a better job than public schools.
And some of these charter schools
Yeah,
are outperforming a lot of these public schools.
it's not gonna help when you have uncertified people joining
Yeah.
the public schools that are already behind.
Well, you know, with private schools and a lot of these charter schools, they have a good relationship with the children's parents.
And yes, and
And
a
they-
lot of support.
Right, and they work hand in
Yeah.
hand. So you don't see all those discipline type problems there.
Yeah, if I'm
That's
not
why.
wrong, this would apply to the charter schools also. I believe so,
But I bet you they would probably have more, because even though charter school is a public school, but it seems as if they have
More
different
structure.
established rules,
Right,
yeah,
right.
and programs.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then part of it is some charter schools is where you partially can pay for the child's education, and if you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it.
I'll tell you what, if veterans, Florida may be the place to go. If
They
you want
might
a
want
good
to go
job,
to the military. Might
Yeah.
want to go back to war zones.
But I'm telling you, that's
Somebody
a
tell
hot spot for veterans, and that's a good thing. I love veterans. Can't thank veterans enough.
I know.
You know, I salute my 2 brothers and my dad all the time.
They-
Who are
Yeah.
veterans.
I used to say, you used to say.
I knew it. I felt like I was outside of the circle because my dad and brother would talk about the military,
So he
but they
goes-
wanted me to go to college.
Oh.
So he goes to the Salvation Army and get him a
Don't believe that.
get him an outfit.
I knew it. I knew that we were on air too long. There's some,
That's you telling me.
ladies and gentlemen, you're watching
You didn't want to feel like
a man being bushwhacked. I think that's what they call it.
But no, I
Then
understand.
I think that you should feed people before you bring them on the air.
Yeah.
Then you don't get
Okay.
bushwhacked.
Yeah.
Well, we'll think about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we really enjoyed this. You have been viewing Pillow Politics.
And it has been fun.
Yes, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need your subscriptions, and did I miss anything?
And their support.
Oh.
We have got to mention what Eddie White is doing in the community.
Yeah.
Until up to the 27th when this event will take place.
Yeah, and that is the Macon, Georgia Warrant Clinic. And that's where they are going to, on August 27th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., you have to register for it. So you can go to our Facebook page, you can go to our Instagram page, and you're going to see the Macon Warrant Clinic. It's the Freedom Macon, Georgia 2.0. It's going on until, like you said, till August 27th. We'll be
27th.
mentioning this
Right.
mentioning this on our shows. You have to go on to the website, or you'll scan a barcode, QR code, and you're gonna register after asking 5 questions. You cannot show up to the event without being registered and making sure that you have an invite. But
That's right.
it's awesome. They're getting rid of people's
It
misdemeanors.
is.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you,
give
we
them-
don't want you guys to miss this. We really don't. This is the first time something like this has taken place in Macon County.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's a little similar to like Athens, Georgia, doing things to keep stuff off people's records,
Right.
state
Right.
records,
That's
by
right.
making marijuana pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much legal.
Yeah, and one of the
They decriminalize.
Yeah,
it.
absolutely, absolutely. And one of the main contributors, one of the main hosts of this event is Black Voters Matter.
Yeah.
And also Anita Howard with our Middle Georgia District Attorney's Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I applaud her for what she's doing because a lot of people have things like little misdemeanors on their record
Yeah.
that have helped them getting promotions, getting jobs, getting in the military. So I'm just happy to know that for the people that are trying to do good, that they're getting a second chance.
And you
That's
know what's so
right.
cool about how Black Voters Matters and the District Attorney's Office and all of these other great people that are contributing towards the Macon Warrant Clinic? It's open to everyone. You don't have to be Black. You
That's
can be
right.
Black, you can be white, Hispanic,
Yeah.
Asian.
That's
it's
right.
open to
Yeah.
everyone.
Everybody. This
So
is a
take
great
advantage
opportunity.
of
Take
that.
advantage.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had a lot to talk about,
Yes.
and I just enjoyed it so much, but it's time to go.
Yes, it is.
You probably see the tears fall.
Well,
Until next time, I'm Attorney Roy Miller.
I'm Linda Miller.
and I'm Stacy Jenkins. And again, don't forget to email us at pillowpolitics@gmail.com.
Is a book of
Next
poems
time,
and
so long.
things to consider. Roy talks about the needed and necessary appreciation in romantic relationships and marriages across society. This book educates on race relations and encourages patience and love between the races. His poetry and things to consider encourage good morals for youth. There are many ways to reach the hearts of people. Attorney Miller chooses to use poetry to get past the walls that keep people separated. You will see for yourself that this book reaches the heart. Reaching the heart is how we change people, especially youth. So get your copy today, The Story of a Dreamer by Attorney Roy Miller. Available now at Barnes & Noble and on Amazon.